Welcome, everyone, to Berkeley and California Memorial Stadium, where they've been filing in since early this morning, ready to support their sturdy Golden Bears. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Golden Bears will kick it away to start us off. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. Turns it on at midfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The Bulls are on the move. Trying play action. Lets it fly. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
Now the chance for perhaps the most rewarding one-yard drive in the history of football. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cal! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Always got to play.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't know where to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy
how does this college work? Why do I always got to play y'all in y'all stadium?
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This
pass
rush is
3 years now, I'm always having to go down.
This quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They go to the draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Anderson wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the grab.
That is crazy.
That's a good omen if you're this offense, obviously. It's early in the game. You've got the lead, and the ball's bouncing their way. Really nice catch there, David, off the deflection.
A good early omen, for sure, for this offense. Like, when you're getting deflections and you're catching those, that's a good start to this ball game. Let's get some positive juices flowing, because those are breaks that sometimes turn into interceptions, but early in this game, it turns into a big catch.
The Golden Bears looking to convert on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Hell no, ain't how we rocking. You just what? You what?
On 1st down from their own 22.
Yeah, you was. I knew that.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little
crease.
Yeah,
we almost finished settled in now. We almost finished settled in now.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Makes the catch. It's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Oh yeah, that was. All right, so I know they say the DMV.
To get this guy going, just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's open. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards.
Okay. Yeah, that ain't too terrible.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
My fan, we just
Got
moved from
3
down
on
there,
first down and
down
second and
at
7.
Villa Rica.
Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man.
I knew
He
I
loses
should
the
have did
ball
that.
after the huge gain. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it
That's
out,
2-4
trying to
fumbles,
dislodge
no
the
guy.
ball from the ball carrier.
All right, so we need to stay away from 59. All right.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the...
Can anyone catch him? At the 20. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTSA. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's open. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
The Bulls line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time. They'll try to get him on the fake. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying
I ain't never did it before.
their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Leaves it with the back. Not much
what the...
working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily
he
scoring
can't break a
touchdown
tackle
on
to
that
save
play,
his
but you're
life.
just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Rides to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds the tight end.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Unleashes it on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He'll keep it himself. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37.
Timeout, California.
Trying to pick up a first down. Out of the shotgun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Touchdown, South Florida. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. They just took the air out of that thing, and that might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Okay, do we have any more garlic bread? Do we still have any more garlic bread?
Down through the back of the end zone,
oh.
It'll be a touchback. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The give to the back. on his way. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Yes, and I love.
They'll
I love
give
you
it
more.
to him again. On the move at the 30. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Cal! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Hey.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the RPO, complete. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job.
Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Bulls will send out the punt unit. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Little touch pass to the receiver. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Got his man quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They're facing a 3rd down. quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, going up top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying... Scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity.
Come on!
Intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Anderson will throw. Looking to take a shot. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. First and 10 from the 25. After the pickup of 9, it's second and 1.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Golden Bears look to do some damage in the red zone.
Slide 22. Slide 22. Convoy.
A run for the quarterback. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Golden Bears racing to the line in a hurry-up. To the air on first down. Looking for the score. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to pass on second down. Let's it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go to the ground. And some room to work. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And what a run. When you're an offensive coordinator and you're backed up, you're just trying to create some space to get out of your own end zone, and it's always a nice bonus when you pop one and create some serious space for your offense and some momentum going forward.
On first down from their own 22. Looking to move it through the air. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Anderson wants to throw. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. After misfiring, it's second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They keep attacking through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Anderson will throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Notre Dame. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Golden Bears! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be...
This whole time I am tripping. You go ahead. I'm ready.
Bring it out to the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
It's 3rd down.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Quick strike complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, USF. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Movement here from the tight end. Back to throw, it's Diggs. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they trim more off of that lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
See? You okay?
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Anderson wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yes.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They go to the ground. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Gonna let it fly. It's incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
2nd and 10 here. Back to pass, it's Diggs. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term. Sends it downfield. Touchdown, Cal! And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done. Again, you want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bulls want to crank the tempo. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to throw. It's Diggs. Throws to the wideout. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about me. This guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, he'll fire. Dances away. Gonna try to get it himself. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
First and goal, Cal.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And as they drag him down, time is almost certainly going to expire here in the quarter.
You can smell fork.
The end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Cal 38, South Florida 15.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Here we go.
Quarterback will audible.
Griffin.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
Let's go.
Tries again to get it in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line, I get it. But I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
This defense with its back to the wall has been a wall. Now, 4th and goal. What do you think?
Well, if I'm the defense, shoot, I've stuffed you a couple times in a row. I've put that doubt in your head, so I want you to go for it. I'm going to get another stop.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? They move the tight end all over. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Looking for an alley from inside his own. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Bulls. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Kennesaw State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming.
29 Philly.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down.
Black 24. Black 24.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Anderson will throw. Using his feet to buy time. This one's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He caught it. Touchdown, Cal. And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Jukes his way for more. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Motion from the offense. Handoff to the single back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Using his feet. Got enough for the first. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
Dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
They're trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Wide out in motion. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
And the extra point was good. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jess.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And come on now, O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Anderson will throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish. Strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Third down after the incompletion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
That's crazy.
Defense more than happy to
they
take
want me
that
playing
free
chip.
yardage.
That's wild.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
Nope.
Picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown Bulls! What a catch and run for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they'll try to tack on 2. The snap sets up the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled.
Unleashes one deep.
Oh.
Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again. Or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short. Maybe we start warming up the righty in the bullpen.
Anderson wants to throw. Scrambling away. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Let's go.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late.
And the Heat will get home. And the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe it.
Going for the big play. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
One more play to pad the stats. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring.